if you start from the first statement God made concerning the man David, if you're going to raise people that will carry dominion, you have to raise that class of people first. I told you, if you tap the anointing, tap the knowledge, and lack the values, you still didn't get it. Because those values are the DNA of those kind of people. If you look at the first statement God made when he was looking for David, he said he was rejecting a king called Saul. He had problem with that type of person, and he doesn't want it to be like Saul. Saul is a self-willed person. He does what he wants. Then when he was looking for David, he said, I found David my servant. He's a man after my heart that will do all my pleasure, all my will. So you see, this is a generation of people that do the will of God. Is that not what Jesus said? I came from heaven not to do my own will, but what? The will of him. That's a David. That's a David. That's the example for all of us. If you look at Psalm 24 verse 6, he listed from verse 1 or from verse 4 the qualities of some of these men, of these people that I'm talking about, but I don't have the time. As he was ending, he summarized it. He said, these are the generation of them that seek thee, that seek thy face, O Jacob. You see that the Davidic people are God seekers. Is that not why David will write that as the deer pants for the water, so pant my soul after you? These are the kind of values you must imbibe to start governing your life. If you watch the Davidic people, they are all meek and humble. That's why the New Testament David could write that stuff. Learn of me, I am meek and lowly in the heart. That their lion status does not stop them from being lamb at heart. No matter how much you promote them, they are still rooted in humility. That's what makes them the opposite of Lucifer, the opposite of Saul. Saul is a man of pride. If you watch all David, you see that they're all worshippers. Not singers, so not worshippers. You know, people talk about David writing 150 songs. Do you know that Solomon wrote over 1,000 songs? Over 1,000. If you watch all David, you see that there are men and women of faith. If you want to know why it is a small boy of 17-year-old that could come out where the whole nation was grabbed by fear, including the king, because of Goliath. One small boy stepped out and said, this one, I was looking after my father's sheep. A lion came, a bear came. I know how God empowered me to destroy them. This one will be like one of them. There are men with audacity. They have God. Spirit that is not empowered by intellectualism, by conviction. If you see all Davids, they are men of love. Read the Psalms of David. He said, when my enemies are sick, I will go there, I will take it as if he is me. You see what he did with Saul? They are not driven by bitterness. What destroys Saul? Envy and bitterness. The Davids are different. PCJ, see that teaching of love and teaching of faith? That's the Davidic lineage. That's their DNA. If you watch all David, they are men of covenant. They are covenant men. They keep covenant with God. They keep with each other. That's how they build the mighty. They are mighty men of David. They are blood covenant men. I'm sure you saw what he said when he was about to kill Goliath. Who is that uncircumcised Philistine? You don't know why he used the word circumcised. Because the Jews have blood covenant with Jehovah by circumcision. And when you are in covenant with God, your battle becomes his battle. Your enemy has now become. So God has no option. It's not optional for him. And it's the same thing when you have covenant with people. If you watch the Davidic people, they are people of sacrifice. I'm sure you heard Pastor Nob convert the gold David gave for the building of the house of God. It ran into trillions of naira and into hundreds of billions of dollars. One man. One man. One man. The Davidic people are people of sacrifice. They are givers. They are givers. I'm sure you look at Solomon, his son. He saw the dimension of giving he operated. And look at the New Testament David. He's the one that made the ultimate sacrifice, what nobody has done. And have you noticed something about the Davidic people? They are all kingdom minded. They are all kingdom people. They are committed to their tribe because they are from the tribe of Judah. But their understanding is beyond tribe. Have you noticed that? Jesus came, he was committed to the Jewish nation, but he died for the whole world. Do you know who was king when David killed Goliath? Saul. Which tribe? Benjamin. If it is these other people, will say, no, I will not do it. It is not our own. Not kingdom people. Not kingdom people. It was a David, somebody from that tribe, that died for the whole world on the cross. God is looking for people like that. The day he makes you president of Nigeria, you will look after your tribe where you came from, but you will look after the whole country for him and treat the whole country as family and not be nepotic and go and copy some of this nonsense that we are seeing. Why have we not attained nationhood? The day he makes you governor, you will look after your local government, but you will look after the whole state. Where you are going, if you guys imbibe what we are teaching, in the whole of Africa, you will be the most important set of Africans that will ever existed. Mark my word. You will be the most successful Christians, group of Christians that has emerged from the continent of Africa. God told me, anybody that will understand his kingdom, combine it with what he did with his son, that he will move heaven and earth to make a way for them to reach the ends of the earth. You will stand before kings. Many of you will be laying hands on presidents. Many of you will be where you will find yourself if you will calm down to understand this stuff.